Tonight on CTV News, we take an inside look at a wolf conservation symposium hosted in Fort Collins. And we talk to the organization behind the new Clark video that's gone viral among CSU students.
All this plus weather, sports, and entertainment starting now on CTV.
Thanks for tuning in to CTV tonight. I'm Grace Reeder.
And I'm Emily Biffinger.
On Wednesday night, the Coloradoan released documents regarding an investigation done during the 2013-14 basketball season that reveal CSU's head men's coach, Larry Eustachy, emotionally and verbally abused players. The investigation led by previous athletic director Jack Graham, who recommended that Eustachy's contract be terminated with the university, detailed Eustachy yelling profanities at assistant coaches and players, along with breaking whiteboards and throwing full sodas at walls. Obviously, Eustachy is still the head coach at the university. Tony Frank made the end decision to instead put Eustachy on a behavioral plan, according to the Coloradoan. We'll bring you updates at thecollegian.com and on our YouTube page as the story develops.
One person is dead after a two-car crash in Fort Collins last night. The crash happened on East Mulberry Street and Frontage Road at around 3:25 p.m. when two vehicles entered the intersection at the same time. One driver was taken to the medical center of the Rockies, where they would later pass away, and the other driver was treated for minor injuries. Drugs and alcohol are not suspected to be involved in thiscrash.
Members of the Fort Collins community, Fort Collins police officers, and the city council members sat down at the Artery yesterday to discuss the no-sit-lie ban, which has been a topic of protest. The rule would not allow anyone to sit on a bench for more than an hour at a time, would prohibit leaving personal items on benches, and laying or sitting on sidewalks. Many believe that the rule is directed unfairly at the homeless population and only benefits town shop owners.
Yesterday, Fort Collins hosted a wolf conservation symposium in hopes of changing the perception of wolves and bringing them back to Colorado. CTV reporter Michelangelo Bustamante has the story.
Last night, the Rocky Mountain Wolf Project, the Wolf Sanctuary of Bellevue, Colorado, Defenders of Wildlife, and the Sierra Club came together to host an event at the Fort Collins Museum of Discovery to tell the Fort Collins community more about wolf conservation and reintroduction in Colorado. The last wolf in Colorado was killed in 1945. There have been a lot of consequences to our ecosystem's balance because of this. Reintroducing wolves would help fix the problem, but there are some challenges to doing this.
The biggest challenge is the fear that's been implemented into the minds of people around the world, especially in the U.S., of that wolves are a dangerous predator, that they can bring harm, that they can injure people. So going off of the side that they're not really a threat to humans is the first step. There is some wolf livestock conflict, but it can be managed if it's done in a proactive manner. So a lot of it is just dispelling old myths and helping people realize the realities of wolves.
Wolf conservationists want to break the public's perception that wolves pose a serious threat to humans.
You might be hiking and they could be around, you'd have no idea, and you could never see them. But they typically watch you to make sure you're not going to harm them, but they're not going to approach you.
There are several ways you can get involved in the wolf conservation issue. For more information, log on to www.rockymountainwolfproject.org.
For more information, please visit wolfsanctuary.co.
Our Thursday crew here thinks that one recent news story has not received enough attention here at CSU and even within our own news organization. CSU's perhaps most decorated and famous professor, Temple Grandin, has been named to the National Women's Hall of Fame. Grandin is an expert in not one, but two fields. She's a spokesperson for autism, and because of her experiences with autism, Grandin has reshaped animal welfare. Other women who have been honored with this award are Susan B. Anthony, Rosa Parks, and Eleanor Roosevelt. Here at Rocky Mountain Student Media, we are honored to attend a college with such an amazing woman and an inspiration to younger generations. Thank you, Ms. Grandin.
Don't go away, because up next we have an interview with the people behind the Clark video that went viral among CSU students.
Don't go away.
Tune in to KCSU, your student-run radio station at Colorado State University. Live 24 hours a day, every day at 90.5 FM and kcsufm.com. Live local new music now, and news, talk, and sports. KCSU, the radio voice of Colorado State, on the air since 1964.
You're watching CTV, produced by Colorado State University students, bringing you news, weather, sports, and entertainment from campus and beyond. CTV live Monday through Thursday at 7 p.m. on campus and Fort Collins on Channel 11. Repeats at midnight, 8 a.m., noon, and 2 p.m.
The Rocky Mountain Collegian is your student-run news and information platform. Pick up your paper on campus or around Fort Collins Monday through Thursday with special editions Fridays. And check out collegian.com anytime for all the latest updates. News, sports, entertainment, opinion, and more. The Rocky Mountain Collegian, serving Colorado State since 1891.
College Avenue has been your student magazine for the last 10 years. College Avenue prints once a month covering topics that are relevant to the CSU and Fort Collins community. We also print special editions like the graduation guides at the end of each semester, the best of CSU each fall, and the orientation guide each summer. Look for us on racks around campus, off campus, or online at collegian.com under the College Avenue tab.
Thanks for joining us. We are now here with Marco Durazo and Michael Wells of Rams for Representation. This group recently published a video which has become very popular among students regarding the Andrew G. Clark building. Before we chat with you though, we figured you guys might want to actually look at the video.
Colorado State University is more than just a school. It's a home. Whether you're studying for tests, enjoying the world-class student center, or just stopping in for a cup of coffee. Yep, it's fair to say that Colorado State is an incredible place to go to school. Unless you're holed up in this hole. I mean, really, how is this building even still standing? The walls are as empty as the dreams of the students that have to study in the building. The meager supply of furniture is highly fought over, often leading to incidents of violence and theft. Even the Collegian stopped coming here. Even worse than social problems are the structural ones. As students move into their majors and make the trek from Clark A to Clark C, they're immediately congratulated with asbestos so plentiful that it would cost millions to abate it. With so much to hate about Clark, we were wondering, what do people actually like about Clark?
What do I like about Clark? I don't. I think it's awful.
Is that a trick question?
There's writing on the walls, the patterns is terrible. There's nothing good about it.
What are your first impressions of Clark?
It's not as nice as the rest of the campus.
Yeah, kind of hope we don't have class here.
Look, it's terrible. It's so hard to get to from like A to C, and then you can never find any of your teachers' like classrooms like for office hours. There's nothing good about it.
What do I like about Clark? I mean, it's a good hangout spot, like nice and secluded. It's right around the corner. I can show you. Caroline, what's up, buddy? How you doing? She's probably just upset that the Wi-Fi doesn't work great down here. She gets upset sometimes. It's all right. We'll keep going.
Just change it. Do something. It's not good.
Not good at all. It's a freaking war zone out there. We have stellar professors being paid to sit in offices that are like the size of a broom closet. Wall, ceiling tile falls down. It's absolute chaos. Who would do that?
For those of you thinking, so what? I'm going to school for engineering or a biology degree. What does this have to do with me? Everything. The Clark Building provides courses on the all-university core curriculum. That means all students will eventually end up in one section of this building. If CSU can afford to build a new on-campus stadium, 2 new buildings, and remodel another, and can raise tuition by 5% the same year these new projects are being completed, it can afford to renovate the building that affects us all.
That's some powerful stuff, my friends. Well, first of all, thank you guys so much for coming and speaking with CTV and us. And I just want to ask to start off with, what is Rams for Representation?
Rams for Representation is a student issue-based political organization here on campus. We're really trying to give students an outlet to actually speak their mind and get their voices heard. And Clark is just one of those symbols. It's our starting point because it's something that is extraordinarily relatable, and it's something that everyone's part of. And so we chose it as a symbol to try to jumpstart that process.
Definitely. And then, Michael, what made you get involved with this organization?
Well, I mean, anyone that's been in Clark knows why we want to fix Clark. You know, Marco tracked me down. He was like, "Do you want to be in a video?" Immediately said yes. I didn't even know what it was. I was ready to be on film. But you know, he told me the idea, and I fell in love. Like, the reason I chose to be at CSU is I just wanted to be at a school that like everybody loved and cared about, and I feel like the students here really do care. And you know, I just wanted to see everybody get behind an issue like this and support it. So
definitely. And then, so it's been viral for about 2 days now with close to 29,000 views. Did you guys think that this would like blow up the way it did so quickly?
I thought it was going to be 100,000, but you know, we were a bit off the mark. No, I mean, we thought, you know, I was like a couple hundred. You know, my mom will like it. You know, share it with their friends. And then, you know, woke up the next day and it was like 6,000, and then by noon it was like 10,000, and I was just, it was awesome.
It was really humbling. We were talking about the video's success the night it dropped, and we brought it up that, you know, the video was going so well. So we looked at the number, and then we put the phone down and we looked at it again to check it, and it went from like 100 to like 400 in 5 minutes. And wow, that was super humbling.
That's honestly amazing. I watched the video actually yesterday morning, and I was like, this is so accurate. Wow. But another thing I wanted to ask, going deeper into this, because one video, that's amazing, but since we have had a 5% increase in tuition, what do you think the students would actually want to go towards, like on campus besides Clark?
I just think that as a school, the priority is to get as many people in. Mm-hmm. And that's really great. And providing services is also really good. There's no doubt that the services provided by CSU are amazing. The counseling service, for example, everyone gets free counseling. That is something that is really good for all students. But I feel like there should be more attention paid to the students' learning as well. A lot of money is being spent on the sports teams, things like this. And I feel like as students, we're spending all of this money in hopes of changing our lives and actually learning a lot when we come here. And I feel like the auxiliary stuff is, though it's important and it's what drives people in here, I think we should be more academically focused and more focused on the success of our students here.
Yeah, did you have anything to add, Michael?
I would have liked a new pool, but
great. And then one last thing to kind of wrap everything up. If students, so obviously a lot have seen it, and a lot of people in the community of Fort Collins, how can they get involved with you guys? Is there any outlet yet?
Absolutely. My email's on there. You know, this is a new organization. It actually, the idea for the organization started out last semester when I was the president of the Liberal Arts College Council. And that was a little bit more established and that had it set up. But we really wanted to create something that people could get involved with right off the bat. So basically, just email me, and we'll get you doing some cool stuff. We're doing a lot of work, and we got great stuff coming up in the future. Yeah. So just send me an email. I promise I'm friendly. Michael is super friendly too. If you want to deal with him, he's the person to go to. Yeah.
Well, perfect. Thank you guys so much again.
Thank you so much
for being with us.
Thank you.
And then we will be right back with Bo Rainey, but don't be fooled by the name. It's supposed to be a beautiful weekend.